Hey everyone, and welcome. Today, we're going to get into something that I think we can all relate to, right? That internal battle, that struggle to keep pushing forward when, honestly, just giving up feels so much easier. We're going to explore what real resilience looks like, not in some big heroic act, but in those small, quiet moments that really define us.
So that leads us right to the big question, one that I'm pretty sure has crossed all of our minds. How on earth do you find the strength to keep going when you feel like you've got absolutely nothing left in the tank? It's a really tough spot to be in, but the reflection we're looking at today gives us a really honest, human take on it.
All right, so let's get right into it. To really understand how to not give up, we first have to talk about the flip side, that powerful, almost physical pull, that gravity of just giving in.
The key word here is succumb. And, when you really look at the definition, it's pretty powerful. It's not just about losing or failing. It's about the moment you stop trying to resist. It's a choice, a decision to yield to that pressure. And that little detail, that's kind of the whole game.
So, okay, what are the stakes, really? Why should we fight so hard against that urge to just let go? Well, this next idea puts it into perspective in a way that really hits home.
The smallest decision you ignore today could be the loudest regret tomorrow. Oof. Yeah, let's just let that one sit for a moment. It's so powerful because it's so true, right? It connects these tiny, seemingly insignificant choices we make every day directly to the person we're going to be down the road. And that's really the heart of it all. Strength isn't usually found in some big cinematic moment. Nope, it's in the little things. It's that quiet choice to push through just 5 more minutes of a workout, or to send that email you've been avoiding. Those are the choices that really truly matter in the long run.
Okay, so if it's all about these small moments, how do we actually get better at handling them? Well, the idea here is to stop thinking of resilience as some kind of superpower you either have or you don't. Instead, think of it as a daily practice, something you build over time.
And this is a really important mental shift, so listen up. The goal is not to be perfect. You're not trying to win every single challenge. The real strategy is just building up your ability to withstand the pressure. It's about building your endurance, so when those tough moments hit, you're ready for them.
So how do you actually build that endurance? Well, the idea is a pretty simple 3-part framework. First, you build up mentally. You get your head in the game. Second, you build up physically. You take care of your body. And when you're consistently doing those two things, you're basically preparing yourself to handle whatever life decides to throw at you.
But here's where it gets really smart. It's not just about being tough all the time. It's about being strategic. Because let's be real, not every single struggle deserves the same amount of your energy.
And I just think this is such a brilliant way to look at it. If you're getting grief from people who, frankly, don't really matter to you, your goal is just to survive. You just get through it, protect your energy, and move on. But when the challenge comes from people you love and care about, that's when your goal shifts to thrive. That's when you lean in, you engage, and you try to grow from it. It's such a smart way to manage your emotional resources.
So after all the talk of strategies and frameworks, what's the big takeaway? Where does all this lead? Well, it brings us to what might be the most important piece of the whole puzzle.
It all boils down to this one simple truth. It's about accepting that you're not a machine. You're human. And that means it's okay to struggle. It's okay to not be perfect.
And what's more, it means recognizing that your struggles aren't happening in a vacuum. You're going through life just like every other single person on this planet. We're all in this together.
And here's the beautiful paradox. You'd think that admitting your own imperfections would make you feel more alone, but it's the exact opposite. Accepting that you're human and that the world is imperfect actually creates this incredible, invisible connection to everyone else. It reminds us that resilience isn't a solo mission, it's just part of being human. So we'll leave you with this question to think about. When you feel that flame starting to dim, when that pull to just give up gets really strong, where will you find your spark? Maybe, just maybe, the strength isn't in trying to be a superhero. Maybe it's in remembering you're human and finding that connection in the beautiful, imperfect struggle we all share. Thanks for joining me for this one.